Hello, everybody. This is Bob Adelman coming to you from our brand new sound software. Hopefully, this will make my voice sound a little better than all that scratchy stuff. I apologize last year. I had that vocal cord operation and all sorts of things were going on. So it was tough to talk. And some of the last year's episodes weren't clear. So I built some new software. I think it's going to work good. And I'm ready to go for the rebrand. Rebrand, don't miss it because it's going to be big. It's going to be new. Everything's new logo, new website. Yeah, so it's called OTR Universe. Now, it might sound like I'm being conceited there, but the only thing meant by that is that we are now not just the podcast. We're going to be going in. We're going to go a couple different directions. Yeah, your favorite posting process. I encourage people to do anon post. Anon post is in the existing website, and it will be in the new website. Is also going to have a new community posting name. It's going to be called Public Square. So if you want to post in Public Square, you go into anon post, which will be in the new system. Put in an anonymous post. I know people aren't anxious to brag about their mental health, but this gives you a clean way to post something out there. And I think this is very, very important for progress for achieving mental health. I know it's not popular now. I'm hoping that people will warm up to it because I think it's a great process. I don't want to tell anyone what to do. I'm not, being a dictator here. You got to do this, got to do that. But I think to really get well, you need a community. You can't do it all yourself. It's you need validation. You need people to say, hey, we love you just the way you are. I'm going to start singing in a minute. But maybe you guys don't know that song. There was a song, I love you just the way you are. But I don't want to push you. I appreciate you being out there every week. We've got a lot of good regular people. And I just want to be able to help you along the way. But the truth is, you'll go when you're ready, which is fine. But I'll keep the framework up there, the scaffolding. So if you ever decide to go forward with it, put out a post. But it'll be there, and it'll be exciting, and the website's going to be exciting. It's going to have a new blog as well as Public Square, and the new blog's going to be about whys. What I mean is, in every family there's a script, and you might have in my family, I had a hero, my brother. My other brother was the golden child. My sister was the scapegoat. No, I'm sorry. My sister was the caretaker, and I was the scapegoat. That's a common dysfunctional family. It's nobody's fault. Nobody knew until now what was going on. So, I forgive them. They didn't know any better. But if you're suffering today with mental health, I know how bad it can get. I know what the demons, NF says, they're knocking at the door. My old friend, and he's talking about, hey, the demons are back. I'm OCD. I'm washing my hands. They're bleeding. If you're into NF at all, please go and check out his new EP, Fear. I'm not advertising. I'm just recommending. The very song Fear is excellent. Home is excellent. Sorry, I like, and other songs are good. So I think it would help you. I think it would help anybody with mental health to hear a big star talking about it. I just do. So if you haven't checked that NF yet, and you can tolerate rap music, then go for it. I'm happy that the podcast is doing good. We're 27. We're 27 on feedback, and we're something like 79 on millionpodcast.com. And Pod Engine says we're 80. The only thing that's dragging me down is some people aren't listening through this, the whole flagship episode, beating depression, anxiety. It's very popular. It gets quadruple the hits my other ones get. But people drop off because they can't handle, I guess, they can't hack the realness of and the rawness of this show. And I appreciate everyone that can, because it's hard. It's hard to admit you got a problem. It's hard to admit to anyone. And I understand. I get around and call it my ghost audience. You guys are out there, but you're not coming back with anything. And that's fine. I don't need any ego build. I don't need an ego boost. Although maybe I do, but it'd be nice to hear from everybody. But I understand. I hope you stay tuned in the Rebrand. It's going to be really, really good. I have a surprise. It's no big deal. Just a little surprise you may not expect. So, it's a good show. I mean, we're going to change our philosophy a little bit, not totally, but we talk about internal mental health is involved in your soul. We're going to also add to that, not take away, but add external relationship techniques, and just to be aware that there is external things going on is really good, because a lot of people with ADHD get abused because they don't think the same way neurotypicals do. So I just think they have to ignore that and process it. You can't completely ignore it, but you have to realize that you have a different type of brain. The world is set up for neurotypicals. No offense. My kids are neurotypical. That's why we don't get along. It's a big issue. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight for your mental health. I'm gonna fight for your mental health. That's all I want to do. I don't want money. Now we're gonna have a premium package, God forbid, but it will be a way for me to get revenue, to do sales, to get better equipment. I just need everybody to get well. That's my goal. And why is that my goal? Because I had nobody, and you guys all know that. I was 12 years old in 1970, and my parents moved to Alabama, and it destroyed my life, or a lot of my life. It destroyed a lot of my confidence. Nothing against Alabama. It's just I was on the borderline of feeling confident in myself and being myself, and then it was all taken away. Now, I want to get serious for a minute. Recently, a very good friend of mine has gone. He's gone. This person had a lot of what I had, tremendous anxiety. He used to beg me for Xanax. I said, Scott, go and help yourself. Go to counseling. But he couldn't. He was too ashamed. And it destroyed him. At the end of his life, he had nobody. His family had abandoned him. I was one of his best friends. He would call me every 3 to 4 weeks, and we'd talk. And he never wanted to talk about himself. He said, Scott, how you doing? Oh, okay. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. He never wanted to talk about I did all the talking. Of course, I can talk. And I just said, my life sucked. And, I complained to him, and he listened. And God, I'm going to miss him. And I dedicate the entire Rebrand to Scott W. I don't want to say his name just in case it's a problem. He was super intelligent, but he didn't want to conform to anything. He was stubborn like me. He didn't dress like people dress. He didn't do what people do. He didn't listen to pop music even. He only liked Guns N' Roses and those types of bands. We didn't agree on music, but we were both the same, misfits in a world that doesn't tolerate misfits. This world likes people like my brother, who knows how to talk, knows how to be convincing. But the show is really doing well respected in the industry. An example of that is our first guest. Our first guest is Chris Boardman. Now go to Color Purple and look that up, because he was the not full composer, but he worked on the music. He was the lead man on music, and he's listed on IMDb, whatever. He had a fascinating story about how Hollywood makes you isolated. He was very upset about the fact that he had a hard time making friends because people would be so intimidated by. I was intimidated when I interviewed him, and I told him that. But he's our biggest, most popular star. But we're going to have a much better lineup of guests. This year we had a couple misaligned people. You probably know who they were. But I want to keep integrity. I invited them. I didn't want to uninvite them. But now I know more about vetting guests. And believe it or not, AI helps me with that. And it's good because I have something that I feel like I'm on a team now. Because up to now, it's been just me out of my bedroom, pretty much. So it's just going to be a great rebrand. We're calling it OTR Universe again, only because we want to have more than just a podcast. Now, if you're worried about the podcast, don't. It'll be exactly the same. Everything is the same. You can ignore everything in the universe. I would appreciate checking out. You checking out the package I'm offering throughout the year. It's going to be in piecemeal pieces. So I really appreciate you checking it out. If you don't like it, bump it. No, I feel. You guys are big boys. You don't have to be told, what to do and all that. And I know you hate the site Ko-Fi because it's a sponsor Patreon site. Nobody likes Patreon sites, do they? Maybe. I don't want you to patronize me. I want you to get better. I want you to be happy, or at least content. So please keep listening, because we're going home with Dorothy over the rainbow. That's OTR. Now there's a situation with the group in England called OTR Mental Health something. But I think the name is good. So we're going to emphasize the OTR. And if people ask you, say, it's over the rainbow. Why is it over the rainbow? I'm taking the example from that movie. Because basically the movie is a metaphor on life. Dorothy wanted more over the rainbow. So when she got there, she said, this is it. This is all I have. And Ned said the same thing. When he became famous with the Let You Down song, he said, is this all there is? Because money and power, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit because it's not going to make you happy. It's like a drug. It might make you happy. Oh, you're driving a new car. Well, okay. That can make you happy. You should do and have good things for yourself. Don't hesitate. This post will never, ever have any slice of information. I'm not reading the cookies, nothing. The only possibility would be the cookies, but I'm not using them. You have to trust me on that. I don't know who you are. I don't know your address. I don't know your name. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people just don't want to go to a community yet. They're not ready. You're not ready. You're listening, but you're not ready to really have a chance of achieving happiness. Because you can't get it by yourself. You gotta get validated. You can, but it's rare. I went to groups for years. They helped me tremendously. But my issue was chemical. That's it. I think NF is chemical. That's it. You take the medicine. Is it the best thing in the world? No, don't take it if you don't need it. Don't use it as a crutch. And don't even think 1 second that it changes you, because it doesn't. I'm the exact same person I ever was. And it may give you energy. that kind of change. It may make you feel a lot better, that kind of change. It's not the thing, everything's on Xanax. Oh, I don't want to take medicine because it's like Xanax or Klonopin. But they get a bad name too. They're the best thing that got me through. I would have probably shot myself. I went from Xanax to Xanax. Now, I'm not promoting Xanax. It's dangerous. My son almost got in a car accident because he was on it. Recommended you drive on Xanax. And if you do, be very careful because it's like any other drug. But mental health drugs are not, I repeat, are not a disgrace, a weakness. Your chemicals, whatever you want to call them, your neurons, they're not working. It's not working for whatever reason. And it's this horrible, horrible anguish. It's like I couldn't make it another second, never mind an hour. When's my next Xanax? I want to sleep. For 2 months, it was that bad, maybe 3. And then it goes away because every depression can, and most cases go away. Will you keep coming back? Well, most of the time, people come back to a hospital because they got off their medicine. I don't need it anymore. I feel good. I feel good. I don't need medicine. Okay. And then when you get off of medicine, you feel great. And that's what happened to me in 91. I got off. Oh, man, I feel really good. A couple months. And then slowly and slowly and slowly, I decayed. And it came to a head on the Sunday before Thanksgiving, 1991. I went to the Giants football game, and it was like a horror movie. I can't tell you how I felt, but I couldn't believe how bad it was. Because I had no skills. I had nobody tell me I was okay. I was scared to death like my life was over. Nobody told me it was okay. But that's what I'm telling you. Stop thinking it's not okay. It's okay. I mean it. It's okay. It's okay to cry. You're not a big baby if you cry. This is a scientific fact. Crying relieves grief. Holding it in makes you worse. Not facing your demons make you worse. All right. You guys have a great day. Have a great life. And stick with the show. It's going to be great. Take care.
This is an important message for all OTR listeners, and I want to make sure I reach everybody. This is also in the description, but it's presented verbally next. This will bring everyone up to date on the exciting rebrand starting January 27th at midnight. So, what's happening? OTR, Achieving Mental Health for Real, is heading into a major rebrand on January 27th, where we're calling the brand OTR Universe, the structure this project was always meant to have. First, the new logo, which you may have seen on the social sites, plus OTR Universe, will be anchored from a brand new home OTR website, which becomes the listener portal. The entire site gets a full rebuild in the rebrand, including new and updated menu names and functionality, but we'll still have the links to the popular podcast player as before. The following describes the functionality accessible from the new home main webpage. OTR Public Square, the new front door. This is where people show up, speak freely, and participate. This is a repurpose of the KFO.com site currently called Real Plus. The site is designed to be for a sponsor site and has places to donate all over the site. I took out all that I could. But to cut corners, I needed a ready-built site to establish a community posting and message board, which will be renamed to Public Square and OTR Universe and accessible from the main home site. I have several objectives with OTR Universe. Mostly to reach listeners to come share your stories and meet others that will validate them, and that's what it's all about. Be a part of OTR Universe and achieve mental health for Real. To thank you for trying to connect, we will give you free Real Premium for at least a full year to try the benefits and decide if you want to renew for another year for 6 cents a day. You can activate now by sending an anonymous post addressed to staff or Public Square. Write that you want it for free, and you will actually not start the year until all benefits are rolled in one at a time. You will receive each benefit as soon as they're rolled out, full details ahead. I just ask you to consider it so we can form a small healing community. This is my dream, but only your courage and support can make it come true. There will be 2 ways to post to Public Square. 1. Anonymous posting. 0. Tracing information. You post. We receive only the post. You can choose to send it to staff only, or you can have it appear on the Public Square post page. This process is not posted live since it's not tied to the public square directly. So, no logon or email needed. It will be transferred to the public square post page throughout the day automatically. It's the only way to do totally anonymous posting. Named live posting. Live interaction with other public square users and staff. More features. More connection. Requires free sign-up to keyfo.com with logon ID name and password and any email address. The logon ID does not have to be an email address. No obligation. No subscription. You can use a temporary email address and delete that email address after you sign up. You remain virtually anonymous. It is a little more work, but it gets posted immediately. This process is available today from the home website. The above only details how it will be for the rebrand. Personal note. I know the community thing is currently not popular and I understand. I felt embarrassed and shame before I first came out with my full name. It's really time you shared 101% anonymously. Let it out, you are not alone. OTR Universe is here. It's no obligation and everything to gain. Because the power of validation is real. It's what I do on the show. Also, if you're a student in a mental health field or work in mental health, please let me know you're there. It's all that I'm asking. The podcast. OTR, Achieving Mental Health for Real, is still the center of the universe, the show that's carried the weight from day one. The steady signal everything else orbits is still the same quality that you're used to, and then some. Season 11 will bring improved sound quality, especially noticeable starting in March. Also, of course, the new logo, a high-profile and mission-critical guests lineup, and a few other surprises. Podcast Scope Editions. Achieving Mental Health for Real will not only dive into many mental health issues, which speaks to the internal part of you, but will also take a deep dive into how you navigate the external relationships with family, friends, coworkers, and others. This may be solo or panel episodes instead of a guest format. OTR Blog. Another new product under the universe is the new OTR blog. We decided the name of the blog in OTR Universe will be Lies from the Tablecloth, which will be a hard-hitting monthly, always free blog discussing the lies that your family, friends, and the rest of society put on you and the scripts that you're expected to follow. The blog will especially debunk the myths, stigma, and inherited lies about mental health. It will do this with theory, lived experience, satire, and humor. The premiere of the blog will be in March. Real Premium is back and is now free for the first year. Real Premium will eventually become a subscription layer, but every benefit is now free for a full year if you activate it. To activate, there are only a couple of ways to let me know. By anonymous or named live posting. Anonymous posting will automatically return a password and link to the benefit drop file. Otherwise, you can send an email to overtherainbowbob@gmail.com titled Real Premium, and I will send back the drop site benefit file and password. Initial benefits. Early release. Includes the January 27th initial early drop bloopers. Feel free to ask for the first drop file and password. Coming in 2026. Annotated transcripts, not just what we said, but why it mattered. Monthly dispatch, one email, no marketing, just what we're building and breaking, verified/co-authored badge, a quiet nod that you're shaping this with us, suggestion box, with teeth. You pitch it, we respond. If it's good, we build it. Your free year does not start until all initial benefits are live. After the year, you can subscribe to Real Premium to continue benefits. If you do nothing, benefits simply end. No auto subscription. Ever. Premium subscription details. $1.99 per month. Or $22 per year. About 6 cents a day. Price never increases once you're in, unless you leave for more than a year. Once there are 5 or more subscribers, 5% dividends go back to subscribers. If the price rises for new members, dividends could eventually offset your entire cost. I've funded this show myself for all these years because staying free of degrading, morally questionable ads matters. But to keep building, I need help, not charity, but investment. An investment in the show, and in the mission of real mental health. Thank you ahead of time. When does Rebrand benefit start? The rebrand happens at midnight January 27th. The first early release drops then too. exclusively inside Real Premium. That is the only access point on Rebrand Day. The first early release episode will feature my guest Chris Boardman, a genius composer and orchestrator behind major Hollywood films like The Color Purple, Die Hard, and Payback. His accolades include 6 Emmy Awards and 13 nominations. Academy Award nomination for The Color Purple. Major credits across film and records. Collaborations with Quincy Jones, Barbra Streisand, and Marvin Hamlishan. Platinum-selling arranger and orchestrator. Member of the jazz group Wishful Thinking. Boardman is the person studios call when they need elegance, complexity, or a musical problem solved fast. He moves between genres, orchestral, jazz, pop, Broadway, film score, without losing clarity or emotional precision. Chris came to OTR to tell the story of his battle with his mental health and to talk about his most meaningful work that emerged from his personal battle with PTSD. Recognizing how his musical storytelling skills could help others face similar struggles, he founded SoundBridge Health to harness music's therapeutic power in combating anxiety, depression, and PTSD. What began as his own healing journey has now become his life's purpose, using music as medicine for those who suffer. So get ready for this huge shift to OTR Universe and watch for further detail on the social pages. It's a can't-miss premiere. You can ask or your free access through the existing Anon post, menu item, or get ID on kifo.com free AMD. Follow the Real Plus site as document in the Real Plus and Premium Plus special episode on August 28, 2025. Ask for your Real Premium access now and enjoy the launch of the new OTR Universe.